The thing that drives me absolutely, completely, and utterly bonkers is people that look at a situation and things that are going on. They have somewhat of a clue that it's not good and this, that, and something else, but then they come back with the, well, what do I do? And what can I do? I'm only one person. First, stop being a weak, wishy-washy, I don't know what. That's first thing. Second thing, stop talking shit about things you do not know. Along with that, stop charging in to defend your friends when they're talking shit and you don't know and really can't back them up but feel the need to back them up because they're your friends. Know what the hell you're talking about, people. Do the research. And if your friends are wrong, it's not your obligation to justify the failures of your friends. Okay? A real friend is one that holds up a mirror for that friend to look at so that friend knows what they are and they can act accordingly. That's part of being a real friend. It's not justifying every damn thing they do or everything they say. So stop doing it. Okay? If they're wrong, let them know. If they're talking bullshit, don't support the bullshit. If you don't know and you feel a need to say something, then go educate yourself before you open your mouth and insert both feet clean up to your kneecaps, just like your friend did. Okay? So there's your start points. Beyond that, know what you support with your voice. Okay? And that goes along with the whole friend thing and you talking shit about stuff you don't know. Know what you support with your voice. Okay? Know your own moral compass, follow it, and if it violates your own moral compass, then don't support it with your voice. If you see wrong, say something. Instead of this bullshit of, well, it's not affecting me, so I'm standing. Bullshit. You know, we got way too many people in this world that are doing just that. And as the result, how many women end up getting mugged and raped on the streets? How many children end up suffering from abuse and everything else? What, just because you're too much of a pussy to take a stand? No. Wherever you spend your money, make sure you know what that company supports as well. Okay? I know things are tight. People are trying to get the most they can out of the money they have, but and I know I do it myself at times because shit's so tight. I end up shopping at Walmart. Why? Because the stuff is cheap. But I try as much as I can to make sure that the bulk of my purchases go to mom and pops. They go to local chain stores and shit like that. Not these large corporations that support shit that violates my moral compasses. And Walmart is definitely one. And with some of the shit they do, they've got to be violating the moral compass of a large majority of the population. If the large majority of the population only knew what they were supporting by paying Walmart. I try not to. I'm not perfect. And you don't have to be either. But start having some semblance and some clue of what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're supporting. Whether that is through your voice and what you talk about, or what you don't talk about because you know about it, but you're too afraid to talk about it, etc. We've become a nation of people here in America that basically turn our backs on all sorts of inhumane shit. Why? Our country is sliding further and further down the shitter. And there is something that everybody can do in order to help stop that. You don't have to be fucking Superman or Wonder Woman. All you have to do is to be accountable for your own actions and know what you support. And if it violates your moral compass, don't fucking support it. It's that simple. Can you imagine a monkey wrench that would be tossed into the system if people were more aware of what they supported? You have a moral obligation as a part of humanity. Each and every one of us does. And to me, part of that moral obligation is to do things that we can of our own part, our own maybe small, minute, little damn things. They may appear, but the ripple effects created by them can be astronomical, especially when there's more people doing it. Know where the things that you purchase are manufactured. Do they use slave labor and kids? If they do, maybe you should double think your need to have that piece of whatever. Because if you don't, you are just as guilty as the ones that hire that slave labor and the corporations that benefit from that slave labor because you support it. Is this easy to do? Well, all depending on how much you consume, what it is and where it's from, it can be a daunting task to know these things. But you have a responsibility to know because you are supporting it. And it's time that everybody realizes and recognizes this. Every time you jump to the defense of a friend that's talking shit, you are supporting something that is a fallacy. You're further preventing that friend from the ability to take some lumps and maybe make some changes that they deem maybe they need to make because of the lumps they got. There's so much wrong in this world, hell, in this country. But there's so much that could change if people just did those simple little things. Buying from local chain stores and mom and pops. That helps keep the money in your community. Instead of going to some damn corporation to sit in a bank off in some other state somewhere or whatever, or, paid back to frickin' shareholders that already have more money than what they know what to do with anyways. If there is a rally about something that you believe in, then get your ass off of the couch from in front of the TV and get to it. Hell, there were people that cared enough about other people that when Westboro Baptist Church was pulling his bullshit back here a while ago, there was a shitload of people that showed up in order to create a human wall so Westboro couldn't get anywhere close to doing what they were trying to do. Why? Because those people believed in that principle that Westboro shouldn't be able to pull their bullshit around grieving people. Everybody wants to talk about, Occupy Wall Street's CIA back to this, that, or something else. Look, we live in a country at this point in time because of the police surveillance state that no matter what the hell we do as a group, it's going to be infiltrated in some way. But that doesn't mean you stop trying. It doesn't mean you toss in the fucking towel and you just give up. Because tossing in the towel and just giving the fuck up and sticking your head in the damn sand is what has us to this point. Far too many people that think they fucking know it all. I know a lot of shit myself, but at least I question it from time to time. I try to look and reevaluate additional evidence to see if my conclusions are still valid. A lot of people don't bother. They latch on to one idea or one fucking solution, and suddenly nothing else matters. Nothing else can possibly be credible. So that's another thing. Stop fucking thinking you know it all. None of us does. At least have enough of an open mind about the situation, if you're in a debate or something, in order to actually question, based upon what you know, whether or not the theory presented is credible or not. And if you don't think it is, then fuck it. Tell them you don't think it is and ask them for some evidence. It's not that hard. Stop with the character smear, stupid shit. Stop with the name calling, the bitching and bickering between ourselves. These are all things that I've mentioned during this video that each and every damn one of you watching this can do, just as I try to do myself. And I guess as icing on the cake to it all, learn to be patient with yourself. So that way at the times you do fail, because you are human, you don't beat yourself into giving up. Too many people doing that as well. This is a fight for our freedoms and to get our control back. To get back what is rightfully ours, to take the control from those that would hurt us like cattle. To take back from the ones that already have more damn money and wealth than they know what the fuck to do with. But because of their mental disorders, psychopath, sociopath, none of them seem to know when enough is enough. Think about the things I've said during this video. What do you do? Are you doing any of this? Or are you just sitting there like an armchair quarterback, bitching about the situation, but not getting off your ass and doing a damn thing about it? Because all this starts with conscious choice and singular personal decisions. Are you going to be a part of the solution, or are you going to be a part of the problem? I choose to try to be a part of the solution. What will you do? Think about it.